troops deployed at 2 Iraqi military bases were targeted by more than a dozen ballistic missiles launched by Iran in retaliation for the United States killing a top Iranian general. Pentagon spokesman said at these missiles that were launched from Iran and targeted at least 2 Iraqi military bases hosting U.S. military and coalition personnel at Al-Asad and Erbil. Pentagon officials said damage assessments at the bases had begun after the attack. Meanwhile, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard claimed responsibility for the attacks. The UN urged global powers to renew a system for the cross-border aid delivery to Syria that is due to expire this week, saying there was no alternative. Spokesman for the Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs said that there is no plan B. There is the operation which helps hundreds of thousands of people and has done so far for a very long time. Under the current system set up by the UN Security Council in 2014, humanitarian aid is allowed into Syria through 4 border crossings. That's from Iraq, Jordan, and Turkey. A Ukrainian airplane carrying at least 170 people crashed on Wednesday shortly after takeoff from Tehran's main airport, killing all aboard. The plane had taken off from the international airport in the Iranian capital. The crash is suspected to have been caused by mechanical issues. Civil aviation spokesman said an investigation team was at the site of the crash in the southwestern outskirts of Tehran. In dramatic scenes, Venezuela's opposition leader Juan Guaido has forced his way into the National Assembly building after being stopped by troops. The incident occurred as his rival for the position of parliamentary speaker held a session inside. Guaido went on sit down in the speaker's chair. He and his supporters sang the national anthem before he was sworn in as a speaker during the power cut. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo later congratulated Guaido for claiming leadership of the National Assembly and reiterated support for his role as the interim president. Governor Wanda Vasquez declared a state of emergency for Puerto Rico and called up the National Guard after an early morning earthquake, reportedly the strongest in 50 years, led to an island-wide power outage and caused heavy damage to buildings and homes in the island's southern region. At least 1 person was reportedly killed. The 6.4 magnitude earthquake, which was felt across Puerto Rico and in the neighboring Dominican Republic, struck, and its epicenter was located about 6 miles south of the Indias neighborhood in the southern coastal municipality. A tsunami alert had initially been issued after the pre-dawn quake, but was withdrawn shortly afterward. As of Tuesday afternoon, close to 50 aftershocks had been registered in 2 regions, of which 8 surpassed a magnitude of 4.5 on the Richter scale. That brings us to the end of this update. Join us again at 1 p.m. for the next bulletin. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful morning.